Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Rex and today I'll be showing you how to make a custom grill for your Toyota Camry. I got this idea by looking at some third-party grills on eBay and they all looked pretty similar to the final result of what I created, but the difference is this cost me near to nothing, whereas the grills on eBay cost around $200. That's simply because shipping anything to Australia is just such a sick joke. So the first thing I did was just go to a Wreckers and pick up the same grill that comes on my Toyota Camry. You could just definitely, you know, use your own grill and risk it at your own choice, but I didn't want to do that just in case I fucked it up. My mate Naoki actually did that because he didn't have a problem of having to go look for a grill after if he did fuck it up, because he was pretty confident in his abilities. So yeah, I pretty much just, you know, had a look at it and saw what I needed to do, and I just brought an angle grinder out and started chopping away at it. I highly don't recommend using an angle grinder because it's such a silly idea for something so small like this, because every time you cut anything it just melts away and it smells like shit. So if you do have like a rotary tool like a Dremel or something small like handheld that can spin really quick and chop right through plastic, definitely use that because that's going to work 10 times better. But yeah, so I firstly started off by just like, you know, chopping away with some cutters, you know, at the small plastic bits all around the grill. It seemed to work pretty well, you know, it's very thin plastic, so it chopped through pretty easily. And then that's when I brought the angle grinder out and started grinding the shit away. What you're trying to do here is get it as flush as possible. You want to get it as flush as possible to the plastic around it, because the more flush you do it, the better it's going to look in the end. And it's going to make it easier for the next step, which is sanding everything down to make it look flush. So I just got 80 grit sandpaper and I started going ham around everywhere. You know, just trying to get rid of those little plastic bumps everywhere. And it seemed to work pretty well. I went 80 grit and I went 120 grit, and then I think like a really high grit, like 2000 grit or something like that, and it turned out to be really smooth. You obviously don't have to go to the lengths that I did, but if you really want the best results, definitely do that. And then I started using a hacksaw to start chopping off those big remaining bits, because I couldn't get to them any other way. Like, this is where a Dremel would have come in handy just to chop it out the way, but I didn't have one. I don't know why I didn't buy one. So after I sanded everything down and made it super smooth, I then went ahead and used a can of Plastidip to spray paint the grill black. So I also had some mesh wire that I bought off eBay. Cost me around, I think, like $10 or so, very cheap. And pretty much what you want to do here is, you know, you cut the right amount with some cutters and just bend it all into the little grooves that the grill has. So on my one, I chose to keep it black for like a sleeker look, and Naoki kept his silver to match his chrome rims. Then after that, we both spray painted our headlights and gave them eyelashes. I reckon it looks really good. Makes the whole car look a little bit sleeker, and it also matches the grills as well. I also did it to kind of like help with the headlights, because my headlights are like aimed really high up and they're kind of annoying at night, so like this should help to do with oncoming traffic and not blinding other drivers. But yeah, it definitely looks a lot better than stock, I reckon. It makes the car look, you know, a lot sleeker. So everything turned out really well. I got a much better job than I expected actually, and I'm really liking the look of it. By all means, if you do have a Camry like mine, definitely give this a shot. You're better off doing this than spending $200 for a pre-built one. And yeah, so this is my first video like this with a voiceover. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of video style. Like, if you prefer like the vlog kind of style or this kind of style, just hit me up in the comments. It'd be much appreciated. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day, and I will catch you in the next one.